Hey guys, and welcome to this short video on what parts you need to build a PC or personal computer. If you follow these instructions, your life will simultaneously get better and more lame at the same time. You will get to experience more of the amazing world of the internet at the cost of your social life, if it even exists. For building a computer, you will need the following parts: a computer case, a motherboard, a processor, RAM, a GPU, a hard drive, and a power supply. With these components combined, you will soon become a true surfer of the interwebs. The very first item that you need to start your building process will be a computer case. You will need a big enough case to hold all of your very expensive computer parts. Cases come in three sizes: mini, mid-tower, and full tower. I would suggest going with the full tower case, just in case something doesn't fit properly. You don't necessarily need the RGB Gamer Laser Light Showcase 3000, but if you got some extra money to throw at it, go for it, my guy. One of the most important parts of the computer is the motherboard. This is the piece that connects all of the components together and boots your PC. When selecting a motherboard, make sure it is the right size for your case and determine what type of RAM it can hold. I will talk about RAM shortly. All of these components have instructions on how to install them, and there are plenty of videos on YouTube, so don't worry too much about that part. The brain of the computer, or central processing unit, is, of course, the most expensive part. They come in various power levels, so I would suggest doing your research based on what you're trying to do on your computer. If you're trying to do your taxes and read emails, you won't necessarily need a powerful processor. On the other hand, if you're trying to play a AAA video game title on mega ultra graphics at 200 frames per second, you're going to need a very powerful processor. I would recommend anything AMD. You might need thermal paste to attach your processor fan to the processor, but some of them come with thermal paste already applied, and you just have to stick the fan on and screw it on the motherboard. Be extremely careful when putting any components in your computer, but this is even more crucial when inserting your processor. It is extremely fragile. Random access memory is more than just a Daft Punk album. It is what allows your computer to access different programs when you deem necessary. The more RAM you have, the more stuff you can do on your computer at once. Unlike what most people will tell you on the internet, you can't just download more of it. After you determine what type of RAM your motherboard can use, you can buy that type. The most common type of RAM is now DDR4, but you can also find DDR5. I would recommend a minimum of 16 gigabytes, but you can always just spend more money and get more gigabytes. The GPU, or graphics card, is potentially the second most expensive item on this list. Like the processor, this item depends on your usage. You could spend nearly $1,000 on a 3080 powerhouse, or you could just get like a 1060 or a 2060. Doesn't really matter. Depends on what you're doing with your computer. Next is the hard drive. This is what stores all of your data on your computer. There are two types: hard disk and solid state. Hard disks are old news and use physical disks to store information and are slow. Solid state are digital and extremely fast. I'd recommend the solid state. The very last piece you need, but one of the most important, is the power supply. It comes in different wattages, and the amount you need depends on how many things you're putting in your computer. For a standard gaming PC with the regular parts, I would get 800 watts. It should be more than enough power for anything you want to do. And that sums up about all the parts you need to build a PC. The task of putting it all together may seem daunting, but it's easily plugged in. It won't even take you more than 20 minutes to figure it out. Each component comes with instructions, like I said earlier, and thanks for watching, and don't buy Apple products. Okay, let's get